Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of The Real Honest Raider. I'm your host, Rick Grimes, and today we're going to go over the game between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. And today we're going to go ahead and just start off this with congratulations to our team for finally breaking out of that goose egg in that win column. And they did it as a team effort in spite of Derek Carr, not because of Derek Carr. And Josh Jacobs decided to put the team on his back and almost figuratively and legitimately carrying people on his back into the end zone. And for 28 carries, 144 yards, 2 tubs, 5.1 yards, Josh Jacobs did his job and did his job well. I can't say the same for Derek Carr, but Devontae, 9 receptions, 101 yards. Really did grab almost everything that was thrown at him that he could. Matt Collins did the same likewise that he was given. The most of his chances, some of the balls were terrible, and I'll go through those as well. A lot of these guys just don't get the ball thrown to them properly, so we'll see the targets versus receptions sometimes be pretty terrible because Derek Carr's accuracy is terrible. One of the worst accuracy quarterbacks in the game. Throws with, off the back foot, doesn't use a proper throwing mechanic, flicks the ball in the air. It's more like a guessing motion with him. It doesn't have a drive to it, which is why he floats passes. He doesn't throw it in front of people or and throws it behind him a lot because the ball doesn't get there with any time. It's a floater, right? So, miss me on Derek Carr helped you guys win the game. Hardly at all, because between the 20-yard lines, Derek Carr is great, okay? Let me go over the numbers here, okay? Just for the facts for you Derek Carr fans out there who are just riding his jock real too tight, you know what I mean? Real close. You're bordering on the fringe of not being Raider fans at all and just being trolls and complete Derek Carr player fans, right? Like, you don't care what team he plays for, you're going to love Derek Carr. And for whatever reason that might be, I think I've covered this before in other videos, whatever that is. But that seems to be the case. Derek Carr isn't an elite player. He doesn't elevate players to it. He's not a leader of men. He is just a guy who can go through the motions and get you what basically a rookie can do, right? But a lot cheaper, right? This is why Stidham is a better option, right? Because at least he's more mobile, right? Derek Carr handing the ball off and running for 40 yards. Stidham can do that, Derek Carr isn't an elite athlete stud muffin, right? This guy's a bum, right? I don't have to make the numbers up. Like, there's Derek Carr, 2020, 2021. There's 23 touchdowns in 17 games. You do the math. It's terrible. 22. Still hasn't thrown a 3-touchdown games since, 2020. The Jets game was a 0-cover blitz. I don't count that one, ladies and gentlemen. Don't count that one at all. The defensive coordinator knew he was going to get fired, so he legitimately just threw a cover 0 to slap his team in the face. Derek Carr threw it to one of the 5 open guys. I don't count that one. Yep, it's right here. He threw a garbage time touchdown against the Chiefs. That was bullshit. It looked a lot closer than it was. The Chiefs were just playing prevent defense because they had the game in the bag. Right here was the Chiefs game here. He threw 3 touchdowns. That was a legit 3-touchdown game. Not too shabby there. Unfortunately, we got blown out at the end on some turnovers. So it's rough times. What are you gonna do? But Derek Carr only throws about 1.45 touchdowns a game, and that's on average over the last 28 games. You can't argue that, dispute that, or anything. Just sit with it, right? Derek Carr's not gonna take you anywhere. You got lucky yesterday. 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 55.3 QBR. Here are the other quarterbacks in the division. Justin Herbert, 71, 9-2, 1250, right? 1106, 11-2, 82.4. Those are real quarterbacks, ladies and gentlemen. Derek Carr can't sniff any of these numbers. He can't sniff them. This is not something he's ever going to be able to do. He's not going to ever throw for more than 30 touchdowns. He hasn't done that since. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at that, right? When's the last time he threw? I think it was 2015. Yep, 32. This is the only year. 2015 is the only year he threw 30 touchdowns. Everything else has been a debacle, right? So, miss me on Derek Carr is ever going to throw 30 touchdowns in 17 games, right? And if you don't throw more than 30 touchdowns in 17 games, you're not even a playoff quarterback. You're a backup quarterback thrust into the game because you're just an average guy at best, right? So don't even give me that crap. So let's get into why Derek Carr has been so bad for so long. I have all of the proof you guys need to see that Derek Carr doesn't throw with proper timing, proper leverage, doesn't see the field very well, right? Doesn't go through his reads. His arm strength is terrible. His arm mechanics are terrible. His placement is terrible. He hangs his receivers out to dry. He's got no anticipation for his throws on crossing routes or deep routes. He's got no on curls or any of that, right? He's late on all of his throws, right? His depth perception is dog shit. His peripheral vision is even worse. He can't feel pressure. He sees ghosts in the pocket. His feet are happy, right? And he had a tendency to stare at people for too long or only have single targets because he can't, scan the field. Dan Orlovsky exploited that option right there and showed everybody Derek Carr is not going to do anything. That's amazing. These guys will do something amazing. Derek Carr won't. Derek Carr is just chef's white bread toast, vanilla, middle of the road, never going to elevate anybody. You ain't getting nowhere. Honey, baby, this is pretty much a really good day for Derek Carr. 188 yards, 0 tubs, 0 interceptions, 21 for 34, 13 missed passes, and relying on other people of skill to be able to do shit, right? Because, by God, those yards after catch for some of these players, yee. I love it, right? I love that shit. Let's go. Raiders team is stacked. Absolutely as Wasted Talent says, Equinox is upon us. Minus the quarterback. He forgets to say minus the quarterback, right? So, we can go ahead and forget this season as it is. As long as we beat the Broncos and maybe the Chargers and one Chiefs game, I'm okay. Every other game we can just lose. I don't care, right? Those are the games I kind of want to win, right? Just divisional games. I don't care about any other games, really. We can lose them all and I would care less, right? Because I just want to get in the top 5 draft picks so I can get our generational quarterback so we can actually take this packed team of talent all the way to the next level, ladies and gentlemen. I won a championship, and Derek Carr's not a championship quarterback. I proved it. This is it. These are guys that are championship quarterbacks. Right? On his worst day, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Still a 78 QBR, almost 300 yards. Bada boom, boom, bing. Derek Carr's best day, 2 touchdowns. Averages 1 touchdown. Gets worse, 2 touchdowns and 3 picks. You could either have serious lemon Carr or just chef's white bread Carr. And you never get elite player because that's not what his genetics is. He's got poor vision, poor mental capability to be able to read a play and react fast enough, right? That's a talent. You can't teach that. You can't train for that. That's just something that your myelinated nerves that travel the signal from your brain to wherever your body parts are that you're trying to get to move fast. That high twitch movement, that myelination of your nerves, it allows faster transmission of information from your brain to those body parts, your arm, your legs. Derek Carr has shitty fucking reaction time, which means he's genetically poor, right? So let's get off this wagon and get off this cycle. Let's go ahead and get our top 5 draft pick and get our generational quarterback. Let's go ahead and take this team to the next level, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the fuck out of the basement for the fucking first time. Stop being a joke to everybody, the butt of everybody's jokes, and start winning because this guy's been holding us back for 9 years. We've changed everybody out down to the water boy and even moved damn cities, and this is the only guy left. Old Mother Hubbard, and this is the only guy left that was in the cupboard from the beginning. It's time to get rid of the last piece of the puzzle, ladies and gentlemen. Last piece of the puzzle. Derek Carr needs to go for us to be able to succeed. Derek Carr has to go before we can succeed. I'm telling you right now, we're never going to win with 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, at a 55.3 QBR. Chef's white bread, vanilla quarterback that only knows how to do shit like this, right? Throw behind his receiver. This would have been an interception, too, if this guy was looking. Look at this. Opening drive, first game. Behind him, touchdown. We had to settle for field goal. Daniel Carlson, 46 points. Or 42 points. Derek Carr, 36 points on the year. Let's go ahead and go into this one. We have Devontae behind him. This is in overtime, I believe. Yep. And almost got interception. Cost us the game right there. Boom. This is in the Tennessee Titans game. This is behind him on a crucial point in the drive. Dead. This guy right here. Stud muffin. Elite athlete stud muffin. Devontae Adams. Making plays, right? Behind him. Has to torque his body around. Jump up and make a square shoulders catch, right? Instead of just a natural in motion catch, right? Derek Carr's terrible. Here's a better look at it, how he has to turn. He was running this way, right? Running this way. Could have just caught this ball, walked out, and been really easy. This way, he's getting thrown back, could possibly get a concussion on the back turn when he lands. Derek Carr throwing his guy into a hospital pass. Here's another one in the end zone from Derek Carr, 2-point conversion. Bada boom, boom, bing. Behind Waller, blaming Waller for not catching it. Derek Carr's trash, has no anticipation. I'll show you later. Derek Carr behind and against the Broncos. Here we go. Devontae in the end zone. Crucial time. Throws it behind him. This guy was aware. This was going back for 6. Almost cost us the game. Derek Carr low against Devontae Adams. This guy's got freaking hands of glue. Thank God he's an elite athlete. Stud muffin. Bada boom boom bang. He catches that ball. Here we go. Nobody near him. Why did he throw it to the dirt? Not sure. Derek Carr has no ball accuracy. His ball placement elite. Not the case. He is one of the worst ball placement quarterbacks in the NFL. I can prove it. These videos and these actual clips show it. Here's behind Waller, right? Behind Waller. He's going to go ahead and turn around, try to make his body adjusted for this catch. Watch what happens this hospital pass. Bam. Shoulder right in the face. This is what he gets for trying to make a play on the ball. Derek Carr throws him into a hospital pass, right? No way you're going to get me to tell you, hey, Darren Waller wants to stick his neck out over the middle anymore because Derek Carr doesn't put him in hospital. This is just one example, right? Right? Just one example. There's other ones, right? Here we go. And we go into here's Devontae behind him. Crucial point, missing that first down. He's throwing it like way short. And here we go. Here's Matt Collins. We know this guy's got great hands, not even giving his guy a chance for the ball, throwing it like in Timbuktu. This not even a chance. He's got this guy beat single high. Basically, he's got him beat. Throws it on the inside the hash right here, or the outside hash, and bada boom boom bing. We got a catch. He throws it over the left side and way out. Ball placement terrible. Right here's Josh Jacobs out of the backfield. Ball thrown who knows where. Out here, Josh Jacobs just kind of pulls up and says, "This is pointless." You know, so some of his receivers are like, "Why am I even bothering running these routes?" Derek Carr's terrible. And here's another beauty one. Here's a beauty. Read recognition, right? This guy's terrible, right? He says hike, turns around and throws it right into the guy's chest. Bam, right into his chest, right there. Doesn't even wait for Matt Collins to clear the defender, just throws it because he can't wait to get the ball out of his hand. He doesn't want to go ahead and go through his progressions possibly or even make a play on his feet because he's just got to get the ball out of his hands. An emergency almost cost his game. This could have been a pick 6. This could have been a pick. This could have stalled the drive. Whatever, right? Here's Josh Jacobs out of the backfield, throws it right into the dump, right? This is only a 3-yard deal, and he throws it into the dump, right? Horrible ball placement. Derek Carr throwing us under the bus. Here's Derek Carr. 2014. This is his pre-draft report, right? Ladies and gentlemen, you already saw this, right? Bam, 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 bam. Horrible, 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 horrible passes, right? Horrible passes, horrible placement, crucial time failures, right? Just failing at these crucial points in the game. Like not getting any third down conversions, just being trash. 0 for 8 touchdowns from the quarterback in the red zone. Only plays between the 20s. Daniel Carlson, 42 points. Derek Carr, 36. What are we supposed to do with this? How do we win a championship with this? They're going to key on, load the box, and stop Jacobs, and we're going to have to rely on the arm of Derek Carr. We already realized this is Derek Carr's report, right, from 2014. Derek Carr's report. Poor decision-making under duress. You see that all the time. Poor pocket awareness. Pro Football Focus says he's one of the worst in the league. Average pocket presence. This is pre-draft. Really tough. Now we have a whole lot more views of it. He's terrible. Stares down his receiver. Didn't we just have Dan Orlovsky say this? Like, he's just only doing single reads, blah, blah, blah. Some people say, well, he's only supposed to look at one guy. It's McDaniels making him do it, right? Right? No. Derek Carr has multiple reads he can go through. Josh McDaniels has to play with the receivers running plays. Derek Carr has a hot read every play. Derek Carr just is bad at making reads because he's a panic horse, right? You spook him a little bit and he's running all over the place like an idiot with his head cut off. Inconsistent mechanics. Throws with the back on his back foot, right? No, it's like a flicking motion, right? Not an anticipatory thrower. Doesn't throw it with any timing, right? Doesn't throw the guy, he doesn't throw a guy open, right? He throws a guy into a hospital pass, He doesn't throw it in front of him, in stride. It hardly ever does it, right? It's rare when he does it. So, people are like, see, he can do it one time, right? But, out of the whole day, one time, I got to say, sometimes you people kind of make me feel that I don't know how you graduated throughout your life. I don't know. Maybe it's the water you drink. It's maybe lead. I don't know. Lead poisoning. I hope not. I don't wish, that kind of crap on people, but you guys are really scaring me with your lack of intelligence, right? So I don't know. It must be something genetic. Hangs receivers on the dry. I showed you this, right? Waller, Renfro, even past years with Seth Roberts, Crabtree, Cooper, all concussions. Derek Carr hangs them out to dry, right? Does not appear to see the field very well. Orlovsky covered that. Struggles when this is one of those things for when their routes are disrupted. Amari Cooper struggled with this because Derek Carr doesn't know how to make the play happen with any kind of improvisation. Um, you know, I've shown this, right? You know, as soon as he put his hand on his lineman's back in a few games, he just starts panicking and runs around even though there's no pressure, and then throws it away or gets a sack. Somehow he just runs into a sack. It's just he creates his own pressure. Um, and these are the other guys in the league, right? You know, Mahomes, Herbert. How are you going to beat that, right? How are you going to beat that as they're getting better around these guys? How do you keep pace with that with the guy you need to get it better around? We already have the team. So miss me on that shit. We need to tank this shit, win our divisional games for pride, and we need to go into this draft picking in the top 5 so we can get our generational quarterback. That's my thoughts and opinions. Ride with Stidham, and we get the same production out of him. Keep handing the ball off, get 40 yards running every once in a while, throw for 200 yards passing, get a touchdown, an interception, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's Derek Carr in a nutshell. We can go on and on, and this is, in fact, what Raider Nation is looking for. They want new hope. They don't want this old shit. Just because we get a win doesn't mean we're going to the Super Bowl, right? We know that. We're intelligent people. Anyways, this is really sad. A rookie can do this. My 10-year-old son can do this. Get out of here, you Carr fans. You're not real Raider fans, okay? You're not real Raider fans. What you are Carr fans. And I don't support you at all. And you're trolls, right? You're just trolls. Derek Carr is the only reason why we can't score points. Daniel Carlson has 42 points. Derek Carr has 36. We went 8 times into the red zone. We only scored twice, and that was because of Jacobs. And we got 4 field goals from Carlson out of it. Nothing from Derek Carr because he only plays between the 20s. Missed me on he's good. Listen, I'm really happy my team won and beat the rancid Donkeys, right? But let's be real. Derek Carr is going to hold us back all season, and I'm sorry. I'm happy that we get a win, and I have pride in my team, but I don't have any hope for Derek Carr. So that's the end of that. You know? So this is the end here, boys. I brought you another quality video from the Real Honest Raider. I'm your host, Rick Rhymes. And hey, everybody, I just wish you well, except for Derek Carr fans. You guys can kiss my ass.